We're a little over halfway through 2019, and I'd say it's been a pretty normal year for video games. We've had some amazing new titles, some pretty great surprises, and then some major disappointments, like don't say Anthem in my presence, please. Coming up in the next few months, there's some pretty exciting new games, and I kind of wanted to just talk about them and share some of my thoughts on each of the titles. So today we're going to go over the 10 most exciting, best new games coming out in the fall of 2019. And we're just going to go ahead and do these in release date order, so no one gets pissed off because I put their favorite game last. Starting things off for us today is going to be Gears 5, said to be bigger than ever, featuring 5 game modes and the deepest campaign yet. In the story, we follow Kate Diaz. She's got some crazy stuff coming on with this weird charm here, and apparently she's like connected to humanity's biggest enemy. Probably not a good thing to be involved with. So the 5 game modes include the campaign, which follows the Swarm as they've corrupted the Coalition's army to attack human cities. There's Escape, which is a co-op mode featuring 3-player squads that must work together to take out enemy hives from within. There's the versus competitive multiplayer with over 10 game types, classic and brand new maps, and then everyone's favorite Horde mode with new hero abilities, building defenses, leveling up skills, and fighting off waves of enemies. And then finally there's a map builder where you can create custom maps and experiences to share and challenge your friends. I haven't played Gears of War since the original one. I think that was about the time I made the shift over to PC gaming, and I never went back to dabble with some of those games like Halo and Gears, even though I loved them. Like, I absolutely loved Halo 1 and 2, and I really liked the first Gears. I have a lot of really great memories with it. The good news is that as time's gone on, these games have been coming out on PC. In fact, Gears 5 launching September 10th, coming to the Xbox One and PC. It makes it much more likely that I'm willing to give it a look. Next up on the list, we've got Borderlands 3, the franchise that dubs themselves the original shooter-looter. Borderlands 3 is going to be including 4 new Vault Hunters with their own unique abilities, playstyles, skill trees, and customization. I wrote personalization. I don't even know what the fuck am I... The big bad guys in this one is the Calypso twins, social media stars with a ruthless cult following. It sounds true to real life. It's got local or online co-op with a new level syncing system, as well as instance looting, so you don't gotta worry about people stealing your loot. And they've got over 1 billion guns. All sorts of crazy stuff. Guns with legs, guns that shoot poems at you, or fucking whatever. Borderlands, right? In this game, we're gonna be exploring beyond Pandora with multiple new planets and enemies to encounter. This will be coming out September 13th on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Got a chance to play Borderlands 3, pretty much liked it. Hey, you like Borderlands? This is more Borderlands with some quality of life improvements. So there you go. Moving on, we have got Destiny 2 Shadowkeep. Now, I know this isn't a full new release, but I think it's big enough that it's worth mentioning. This is bringing us back to the moon destination to help Eris slay the nightmares inhabiting its surface. So we're going to be getting all the things that you expect from a big expansion: new missions, quests, destinations and dungeons, weapons and gear, and of course a new raid. Now besides this, there's also going to be some major changes coming to the game. They're shifting things around to have more of an RPG focus by updating the entire skill system. They're adding armor customization. They're even going to be adding finishing moves to the game. And one of the biggest things of all is that it's going free to play for all pre-Shadowkeep content. So yeah, if you want to play the most recent expansion, Shadowkeep, you are going to have to pay. Everything up to Shadowkeep, which it could probably entertain you for like a couple of 100 hours, there's a lot of content there, is going to be completely free. They're trying to remove that barrier to entry, give people a chance to jump in and check out Destiny 2 if they haven't yet. I've been enjoying Destiny 2 as I keep going back to it. I'm kind of bouncing between games like that and Warframe and some MMOs, like I'm checking out Final Fantasy XIV right now. I think at this point definitely recommend Destiny 2, and once Shadowkeep comes out and the game goes free to play, it's in a really good spot right now, and it sounds like it's only getting better. Destiny 2 Shadowkeep will be launching on September 17th for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Next up on the list, we have got Ghost Recon Breakpoint, the open-world third-person military shooter that is the follow-up to Ghost Recon Wildlands. This one takes place on an archipelago controlled by a group of ex-military soldiers who call themselves the Wolves. Now, you'll be dealing with them as well as their angry robot drone army. You're gonna have, what you expect, a bunch of new weapons, high-tech items. The game's gonna include customization with gear and loot, with crafting systems and getting upgrades for your characters. There are different classes that have their own unique abilities: the Panther, Assault, Sharpshooter, and Field Medic. And there's a lot of focus on survival mechanics as well, with a deep injury system and improved stealth options like the prone camouflage. And this is a game that you can play solo with AI or co-op with your friends. Ghost Recon Breakpoint will be coming out on October 4th for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Wildlands was kind of cool. I like these open open world Ubisoft games, frankly. I do. I know that they're kind of getting old for a lot of people, but I like going around and clearing camps and going to mission points and kind of the craziness that can happen in these games. Next up, we have got Call of Duty Modern Warfare. One of the most beloved Call of Duties of all time is getting revitalized, being developed by the studio that started it all, Infinity Ward. This is going to be their reimagining of the iconic Modern Warfare series from the ground up. We're going to be engaging in covert operations alongside a diverse cast of international special forces. The game will feature a single-player campaign, the classic multiplayer, as well as co-op elite operations. Now, so far we have seen some multiplayer gameplay streamed, but the official gameplay reveal isn't happening until August 1st, and Modern Warfare will be coming to the PS4, Xbox One, and PC on October the 25th. The E3 impressions of this game were actually pretty mixed. You saw a lot of people saying that it was like too violent and made them uneasy, which probably sounds like a good depiction of actual violent warfare. Not everybody wants super like realistic and uncomfortable type of gameplay experiences. I can certainly understand that, but I feel like if games depicting real world modern day violence do make you feel uneasy, that's probably an accurate depiction of what it's actually like and why it's probably best to avoid war if we could can figure it out, humanity. But yes, video games. I'd be interested to see what they end up doing with this. Call of Duty is one of those things I'm always like, yeah, I guess I'll check it out. Maybe they'll do enough different, but I feel like I always end up leaving the experience after a week or so. Next up, we have got Monster Hunter World Iceborne. The major expansion for Monster Hunter World will be continuing the story from the end of the main game while adding new environments, monsters, moves, and more. So there's the new area, Hoarfrost Reach, which is an inhospitable region covered in snow and ice, but also filled with its own unique ecosystem and wildlife. There's gonna be massive new monsters and cold adapted variants of original monsters. There are new moves and mechanics for every weapon, along with the brand new Clutch Claw. You can ride on to tiny monsters. There's the new headquarters, Celiana, which includes a new gathering hub and some spots to keep yourself warm. PS4 and Xbox One version is launching on September the 6th, and unfortunately, the PC version is coming this winter. What the shit? Like, besides the fact that the PC version is coming out later than the console release, this stuff sounds really cool. I enjoyed my time with Monster Hunter. I didn't play it as much as I thought I was going to, but I still think I got a good like 50 or 60 hours out of it, which I really can't complain about. And this is actually seems like a pretty massive addition to the game. Fans of Monster Hunter World, you got a lot to look forward to. Moving on, Death Stranding, the new game from Hideo Kojima's new studio, Kojima Productions. This is an action game set in an open world that's all about reconnecting a fractured society. It's set in the near future. There was a mysterious explosion that rocked the planet. A series of supernatural events known as the Death Stranding took place, and with these spectral creatures flying around and plaguing the landscape. And basically, it's up to our character Sam Bridges to journey across the wasteland and save mankind from impending annihilation. This is one of those games that's certainly got like a super dedicated fan base that is really hyped for it. And you know, I'm excited about this. Like, I really liked the last Metal Gear game. It's a Kojima game. Expect what you've gotten from Kojima games in the past, which a lot of people really, really love. I am certainly interested in this as well. Now, this will be coming out on the PlayStation 4 on November the 8th. Next up, we've got Pokemon Sword and Shield. A new generation of Pokemon will be embarking on a journey in the Galar region, choosing from one of 3 new partner Pokemon, Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble. Catch, battle, and trade Pokemon while exploring new areas and uncovering an all-new story. This comes out on the Switch on November the 15th. And yes, you might be asking yourself, Forrest, don't you not have a Nintendo Switch? It's true, I still don't, but I need one. I need to get one, because I love how this game looks. I gotta play Zelda. I should probably play Smash. I should probably play Mario. At this point, I feel like there's been enough time, and there's been enough great games already released, and some amazing games like this new Pokemon. So I guess at this point, it's about time that I frickin' get a Switch. Moving on to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, the third-person action-adventure game from Respawn, creators of Titanfall and Apex Legends. In this, we'll be playing as one of the last Jedi in what's being called a Metroid Dark Souls hybrid, with action combat including striking, blocking, dodging, parrying, combo attacks, and force abilities. We'll be traversing the world by climbing, swimming, diving, and wall running, exploring different planets in whatever order we please, as we've got this capital ship that lets us kind of go to various locations. There's the skill tree with different abilities and a Dark Souls-like bonfire mechanic. We'll be unlocking new skills and abilities that give us access to brand new areas. That's where the Metroid reference comes in. This will be coming out on November 15th for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. This game, initially, I saw like a lot of negative reactions to it. People said that it looks super linear and uninteresting, but as we've learned more and seen more gameplay over time, it's pretty much solidified the idea that I gotta check this game out. Like, I gotta give this game a shot. I don't know how in-depth and interesting the combat's gonna be. We don't know how long the campaign's gonna be. We don't know a lot of that stuff. I always remain hopeful with this stuff. I don't ignore potential negatives of stuff or the red flags. Hey, I'm interested. So please don't frickin' disappoint me. And then finally on our list today is Doom Eternal, a fast-paced visual first-person shooter and the follow-up to Doom 2016. We'll be fighting off new and classic demons with a huge arsenal of weapons on never-before-seen planets. The game's got a single-player campaign, which really is the main focus, but in addition to that, there are some multiplayer modes, and this will be coming out on November 22nd for the PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. I never have much to say about Doom Eternal other than I can pretty much guarantee you it's going to be amazing, and you should play it. Doom 2016 was phenomenal. It was an unbelievable, fast-paced, action, arcadey first-person shooter. They're taking that formula, adding new things, and improving it. Unless something goes catastrophically wrong, Doom Eternal is basically a shoo-in of a game. So there you go. Now that is my list of the 10 most exciting games coming up in the rest of the year. The WoW Classic, I think if I put that on the list, people would have chopped my head off. Even though it might end up being one of the games that I play the most this fall. That's because of my unhealthy addiction to MMOs and nothing else. So that'll do it for today's video. Thanks for checking it out. I'm gonna go play some games. I gotta jump back into Final Fantasy XIV, I guess. And I gotta get ready for Shadowkeep coming out, and I should probably play some more Warframe. And I don't have any free time to do any... Am I even gonna edit this video?